I was just wanting to chat with you guys. Um, we don't have like a ton. What were you gonna say, Krista?
Recording right now.
Oh, yay!
I just started it.
I got up at 3 this morning, so I'm tired. So I'm sorry if I say things that don't make sense. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to say thanks for getting on. Welcome to our call. I miss you ladies, like not getting to see you every week. I love seeing your posts and just catching up with you. So, and that's kind of what we want to do on these calls, is just kind of catch up and get to talk and just connect a little bit more than we just do on a regular basis. But I was thinking today, I had a call with Jeff Pearson, who is in corporate, and I was just thinking about my why and how important your why is in this business, like how so important it is, because we've just had a really stressful, a really stressful year. So we're moving for the second time in 9 months, and this time we're moving closer, so it's a little bit easier, but it's just really hard. It's really hard on my kids. It's just been a crazy month. We've been living out of hotels. Our house is still under construction after a month. So it's just been really difficult. With water, without water, workmen are always coming in and interrupting my workout, which I do not appreciate. But it's just been crazy. But I haven't missed a day. Like, I've shown up and done something each day, and it's been minimal. It's been my bare. I always have like a bare minimum of what I will do each day. But I'm proud of myself for doing that, for showing up. And I wouldn't, if my why was just, I want to help people. I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, this is crazy. I need to pack my house. And I would just I would give up, or I would say, I'm taking a break. And then, which usually turns into quitting. So I heard this analogy once, and maybe Krista or Sharon, you can help me figure out what book this is in. I think it's in some sort of PD. But it's relating your why to, like, if you're on, say you're on a building, a 20-story building, and there's a wire from one building to the next building, and they say, I'll give you $20 if you go on this wire 20 stories high from this building to that building. You would probably say no, right? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. But then they say, but then if you add that second building and you put your baby over there and it's on fire, you wouldn't question it, right? You wouldn't need that $20. You would just get across that wire as quickly as you needed to. You would need no persuasion. And that's kind of your why. Like, that's what you have to find, is that thing that is just like, it's great if we want to help people. But why? Why do you want to help people? Like, what's that thing that like tugs at your heart? That's like, it doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. I'm going to get up and do this. Like, I'm going to work this every day. I'm going to show up every day. And it might not be hours a day. Like, I don't want you to kill yourself or not spend time with your family, because that's definitely a priority that I never want you to put anything in front of. But just doing 2 reach outs, or just doing 1 invite, or 10 minutes of personal development, or taking care of you and getting your workout in. What is it what's your why? Why are you going to keep doing that? So I just kind of was thinking about that today, and how easy it would be for me to throw in the towel and be like, I can't do this right now. Like, I need to focus on life and family, and I'll pick it back up later. But one thing I've learned about this business is motivation is huge in this business. And if you lose that motivation, if you stop, it is really hard to get it going again. So it doesn't matter if you are just doing the bare minimum, 30 minutes a day. It doesn't matter, but if just something so that you're moving it forward, so that if you're not stopping completely, because as they say, you're never just standing still. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. But I literally feel like right now that I am pushing a boulder, like, so slowly up a hill, like barely inching along. I'm still going. I'm still moving forward. So that's all I just kind of wanted to say, really, for my part, was think about your why, and think about it in like where you want to be in 5 years. And my life isn't terrible, but there's so much more that I want. In 5 years, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing now. I don't want to be fighting with a landlord and living out of hotels and like having someone have that power over me where I have to move my kids' schools again and they're just heartbroken again. Like no one should have that power. And so I want to have my own house. I want to buy my own house and I want it to be nice. And I don't want my husband to be exhausted and tied to a job that he hates. Like these are the things that in 5 years, I don't want to be doing anymore. I want him to be home with the kids and raising them with me. And these things mean so much to me that I will continue on no matter if my house is literally flooding and inches of water on the ground. I will still be sitting at my computer, messaging my challengers and asking how they're doing. So, so think about that in 5 years. What do you want to be doing? A great way to find this is to listen to Nina's call that she did. Did anyone listen to it from yesterday? Sharon did. It was really good. So just do it. It's kind of hard in the beginning. Like don't listen to it if you can't do the whole thing, because she does kind of take you to a place that's like hard emotionally, and focus. Like sometimes when we listen, I know we're doing laundry or whatever, but for this one, you're going to want to just focus, get 2 pieces of paper. It's about 45 minutes. So just know you need to block out that time and just do the assignments. And she does kind of take you a little bit like into a sad place at first, but she brings you out. So that's why you don't want to stop in the middle, because you'll just be stuck in that like, oh, this is not fun. But at the end, it's really cool. It's really neat. And just get your mind going with like the possibilities, because we do have so much power over our lives and with this business. And you'll get there. I've been here not quite 2 years, but what we have now is crazy. It's crazy what we've been able to accomplish, and not at a crazy pace. You can get there faster if you go at a crazy pace, but it just takes that little bit each and every day. So that was all I wanted to say. So listen to that call. That's a plug for Nina's call. And then I think, Sharon, did you have something you wanted to go over something, right? Hi, Kirsten.
Yeah. So can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm really sorry if I cut out, but I had to kind of get out with the kids today. So at our Super Friday, we learned, and Michelle was there, we learned like, they talked a lot about attraction marketing, and it totally spoke to like what we do, right? So I took down a whole bunch of pointers, and I'll share the slides in Forever Fitness that they did with us, but I just thought I'd share a few things with you guys that might kind of make it a little easier for you to be able to do your posts. So one thing, hang on, let me get the page here. I printed them off. One thing that she said was that when you're doing your posts, like you want to be attracting people who are just like you, right? And she said one way to really think about that is to write as though you're writing to your sister or like a really good friend. And it's kind of, you want to always get on people's, especially with those vulnerable posts, you want to get on their emotional sides, because you want them to feel exactly how you're feeling, because that's what's going to attract them to you. And they're going to end up being a customer and then potentially a coach later on. But you guys need to get into that emotional side of them so that they can develop a relationship with you and trust you and just relate to everything that you're saying. And you want people who are following you to be who you are. Like that sounds kind of weird, but that's how you like establish a solid team and a solid customer foundation. Okay, so that's the first point that she gave us. And then she said, when you're writing, like make sure that the first sentence is like an attention grabber, because people, when they're on Facebook, they just scroll, right? So they see a sentence that like, you know, that they're like, oh wow, I totally want to know what that is. Like, then they'll read it. And she said a really good tip for that is to go to your junk email and look at the headliners for your junk email and find it from there, because they're really good. You know, those junk emails are really good at like kind of, you want to grab their attention, right? You want to drag them in to read what you're writing. So that's kind of like a really good tip that I thought she gave. And then she said you want to share your story. You want to share little bits and pieces of it, not just necessarily the financial freedom part, but the part where like you're working towards being able to be more present with your children, or you're just working towards being more free as as a person, you know, like being able to share your story, like really opens up a lot of avenues for you. Okay. Sorry, Em, can you take over for a second?
Yeah. I'm too tired to do this. Okay.
Here, I'll say something. It's funny because I was actually thinking about this the other day, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, about, you know, we don't, you know, we all still have debt, and we, you know, we haven't brought our husbands home yet. So like, how are we supposed to share this fabulous, you know, life that everybody wants to look up to? And I think that, I was just thinking about that, like, in the last 24 hours, that basically, if that's what we're working towards, you know, just like if you haven't reached your goal weight, people are more likely to jump on the bandwagon with you than be like, oh wow, well, you're perfect already, kind of thing. If they see that there's progress, or see that what you've already been through, then it's more relatable. And so I don't know if this is what she was going to say or not, but for me, that's where I need to start. That's what I need to start talking about. Just, you know, like where I want to be, like what my why really is, aside from just helping people, you know, kind of like Emily said. And yeah, and where you're really trying to get to, because not everybody wants, you know, not everybody wants to bring their husbands home from work. Not everybody wants, I mean, everybody wants financial freedom, but not necessarily. Like, I actually talked to a girl that said, I hate how all these MLMs say financial freedom, and I was kind of like, well, you know, but at the same time, you know, if she didn't have any debt and didn't have anything to worry about, of course she'd be happy. But I think it was just more of like a gimmicky phrase that she didn't like. But anyways, that's really all I had to say. I love ya. Can you say hi to the girls? Hi, girls. Okay, go on out. So that's really it. Sharon, you can go ahead.
No, thank you for doing that. I have to take my little one to the restroom, and there isn't one, so I go find a tree.
We totally had to do that yesterday, and then Abby comes back. She's like, "Now I have to go to the party." We're like, "All right, we're leaving."
Okay, so I'm gonna
party at a park with no potty, for like little kids. I mean, honestly,
Arizona, there's no potty. There's a lot of parks here.
There was no potty at this park, but they had a 3-year-old. Like, really? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of bizarre.
It is
with
totally.
All the 3-year-olds that are like potty training and stuff.
Okay, so to continue on, you want to be able to test your content. So for like you newer coaches, like it's important to figure out what time is the best time to be posting your stuff for the people that you're attracting into your market. And I mean, I'll be totally honest, I've been doing it for like almost 18 months now, and sometimes I still don't know. Like sometimes like what they called it a post bomb. They said sometimes they still post bomb too. Like you'll do a post and you'll think it's freaking awesome, and like you get one like you're like, oh. So they say repost it again, or repost it again, or it was just not a good post. Like it was kind of funny, and I mean we all chuckled, right? Because as coaches you kind of just know that. Girls, stay down here, please. Madeline. And oh, you always want, oh my gosh, you always want to, Malin, this is so embarrassing. You always try and want to do a call to action post. Okay. You always want to try and do a call to action post where like, you're kind of asking your readers to answer simple questions. You want to do a post where, it's kind of, okay, are you done? You want to talk about, this is so crazy. Life of a mom. You want to talk about your challenge, like how you're doing in a challenge or how your challengers are doing in your challenge. And then like shortly after that, invite people to your challenge. Talking about your challenge, as they said, is like huge because you're able to share what's how everybody is doing in them. And so you're able to really share that they work, kind of thing. Another really cool thing that they said was that, another really cool thing that they said was that you have to, oh, what's the word? Hang on, let me find the word. Oh, you have to build affinity. Okay, baby, we'll go home. So, girls, come over here. You have to build affinity. So, building affinity, they explained it like in really simple terms. Building affinity is like being the popular girl on Facebook, right? Like that's how they did. So, people will come to you for recipes or they'll just, you're so interesting to them that they'll just come to your page and check you out for the day rather than just seeing you in the news feed. And they said that you have to do like really good posts that get like, you know, a lot of likes, because Facebook is really smart. And what happens is they'll make you hot. Like, so say you get like 100 likes on a post. They say 2 to 3 hours after that is when you do a challenge group post, because Facebook knows that you're like really high, like they call it a hot list, like you're hot on there. So that's the best time to do a challenge group post. And they said, if you ever want to just do one and get real high up there, just say Droid or iPhone. They said Droid or iPhone, and that will get you a lot of likes and a lot of comments.
That is totally true. I've heard top coaches say that same thing. Like, if you're not getting likes, or right before you want to do a challenge group post, ask a question. Like, I did that a couple weeks ago. 1 level or 2 story? Like, 1 story or 2 story house? Like, I already know what I like. But I just wanted to get, people talking. So
all you have to do, you have to get on the page, and then a couple hours after, you do your challenge group post, because then more people will see it. It'll go through more people's news feeds because all those people just commented on your post. So that's just kind of a really good tip to know. So really anything. I mean,
I think if you tag Kirsty does, like if you tag your spouse or something, then all their friends are doing it. Like twice engagement.
Yeah. So that wasn't a lot of info. I actually made a video more on this that I'll share in Forever Fitness. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Plus, I feel like really frazzled right now. So
it always happens. The second I want to get on a call, my kids are like, like, wait, you were just entertained 5 seconds ago.
I just want to call on my daughter behind the tree. Okay. So I will share the so it's more helpful. But anyways, it was just some really good information. So.
Yeah, that is really good. Well, and Caleb, that guy, I don't know if all of you know Caleb, but he does the awesome videos on YouTube. But he said that, so he was introduced to like Beachbody a long time before he joined, and he thought it was annoying. Like, he would see Beachbody coaches in his feed, and it's like, this is so irritating. I don't want to see this. I don't care. Like, just really irritating. All you guys do is post about your workouts, and you're always so happy and positive. It's annoying, and your food. And then he became a coach, and he said, I started doing the same thing. And he said, you know what's interesting is when I hit the rock bottom in my life, like, where did I go first? I went to the coaches that are always like, so happy in life, like just open. Because he's like, I knew that I could relate to them, and that they would help me, and they would be upfront. So he's like, so who cares if you're annoying people? Like, the right people that are meant for you will get to you. And maybe not right then. Maybe it'll take a year of them like rolling their eyes at your posts. But soon they're going to be like, all right, enough is enough. I want to get healthy. I see so-and-so posting all the time. I'm just going to reach out to her and see what happens. And then before you know it, they're a coach too, and posting things like Caleb's posting now, and like making videos laughing at himself about how annoying he thought it was. So, I don't know. Chalene Johnson always talks about her trip in the car. Like, so her whole purpose of stuff like that is to get people out of the car. So if she starts on her road trip with like 5 friends in the car, and then the first stop, like, she wants people to get out. So if they're not relating to her post, if they don't like what she's putting out there, she wants them out of the car, because that means they're not for her. And the sooner she finds that out, the better. So she sends like a series of emails. So if they don't read the email or they don't do the email, she knows not to send them the next email, because that means they've gotten out of the car, basically. And I just really like that analogy. I think it's good because we obviously can't please everyone with our posts. So the people that don't like it, they unfriend you or unfollow you, great. Then like you are just that much closer to finding the people that are your true tribe, like Julian calls it.
Well, and another thing they said too is that if you do a really, really good post the same one. Do it again. They say to do it again because not everybody's going to see it. And if they've already seen it, then they'll scroll past it. Who cares? So that's what they said. They said double post if it's been a really good one.
Well, and
So you could even comment on it.
I don't think they'll know that it's been double posted because I'll see people's posts go through my newsfeed like 4 days later.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if you comment on it 4 days later, if someone says, "Oh, I love this post," and then you wait 4 days and you say, "Thanks so much," it pulls it back up in the news feed.
That happened to me. So somebody, like, right as one of my 4 groups was ending, somebody commented, like, I'm in, and I literally got like 6 more people. Right then I was like, hold on, it's over, but okay, all within half an hour because one person had commented, so it went onto my news feed, like, so-and-so commented on this, and then a bunch of other people saw it. It was funny.
Yeah, you'll see coaches do that all the time. Like Brigitte will answer back to people like a day later. So like it pulls it back up.
That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also the more you like and comment on other people's stuff, the more you're going to show up in their news feed as well. And that kind of goes along under that affinity definition. Yeah. So, yeah, just be the popular girl on FB. It's funny though. It's like you kind of like, I feel like I have a following, and it's kind of cool because people know about my kids, and like I don't talk to someone for a while and they're like, oh, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh really? Like you saw, it's like they see stuff and they don't necessarily say anything about it. But then again, I don't check the likes, which I don't know if they recommend that or not, but I probably should.
Does anyone use Instagram? Everyone pretty much just on Facebook.
I like
and Lauren do.
What, Lauren?
I like use Instagram, but I haven't gotten anything from Instagram.
You haven't?
I like reached out to some people, but it's not. I just got like a message on Instagram, which that was really odd. I've never had a message before on Instagram, so
yeah, it's weird.
How to do that. Yeah,
I don't like how they have that set up. It's weird.
Yeah, I just don't get it. But I have a bunch
hard to get your notification if you have one. I was just gonna say that Instagress. I posted a video about it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Instagress. I've been using it for like a week and a half, and I have over 200 likes from it, and people are really interacting because it comments on their stuff. So and it's really deep. It's a compute, like it's not a person, it's like a computer doing it, but it was I just did it for 30 days. It was $10 for 30 days, and you basically put in hashtags of what you're looking for, and then it searches those hashtags and finds people and likes and comments on their stuff. So the thing is, and I tested it out, and I haven't had any like big like, well, that was weird, is that you put in what you want to comment. So I put in like awesome and great and that's so nice and I love that or I love it, and stuff like just really generic. So it just randomly does it though on people's posts. So sometimes like one was on a guy's post, he was like half naked, someone I would never comment on, and I think it said love it, like, and he started like flirting back, and I was like no. I deleted and blocked. So that was like the only one that was kind of like, oh, I really did not mean to say that about your like really inappropriate posts. But other than that, it kind of works. And then people are like, oh, thank you so much. And then they follow you and they start interacting with you. So, I mean, for $10 a month, it's pretty rad.
Yeah, I've been using it. I just started using it about a week ago, I think. And it's been working out, I mean, relatively well for me. Again, I've had a few inappropriate comments or like I don't know, this one girl was posting about, I don't even know what hashtag she must have used for it to click on it, but she was posting about something about being depressed or something, and it wrote "way to go," and she's like, really? And I'm like, damn it, like yeah. And then, or I've had like I've had the half naked guy one, and then I've had it hasn't picked up too many coaches or too many It Works people, so I've been happy about that.
Yeah, me either. It's kind of crazy how it can weed those out.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good, actually. I mean, out of all the services that I've tried for Instagram, it's been the best by far. Absolutely,
Yeah.
by far the best.
It's just a time saver for sure.
Absolutely, it's a time saver, and you know, it'll get your following up enough so when people see it, they see a legit account. You know. However, for all the tutorials, and I did Shalene's Instagram Academy, I still cannot figure it out. I cannot unlock the mystery of Instagram. I still have yet. I started my account in very beginning of the January, end of December. I still have no converts. I mean, I've probably gotten 3 people to come over to my Facebook account, maybe 3, maybe 4, and I've had no sales at all. And I have 800 and something followers.
Well, I would just keep conversations going. Like, do you go when you follow someone back? Do you go and just keep interacting with them? Like, have you made a list of people and like?
I mean, I tried making a list. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get, because even if you comment on their stuff, it doesn't, like, Facebook doesn't show up in their feed. Either they see your stuff or they don't. So
Well, you have to tag them in it.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if you're going in and liking their stuff, it doesn't, you know, your stuff doesn't automatically show on their stuff. So the few times I have had, you know, followings of people, I have messaged people. We started messaging people like I do for my Facebook like page.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had any response with that at all.
I haven't had a ton, but I've definitely had a few. I just feel like it's way easier to start conversations on Instagram. And I feel like it's a bit of a younger crowd.
It is.
And so it's easier to like, I just feel like they're not as set in their like routine, and they're willing to try like, oh yeah, that sounds super fun. I want to try that. You know, like they just seem more willing.
Yeah.
To give it
I just understand how you start a conversation. Like when you say something on their thing and then they say something back, and it's like,
I head over to their page and I literally like 8 pictures, and I pick out a couple and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, you eat super healthy. Where do you get your recipes from? And then we literally just start talking back and forth. And then I'll be like,
on their picture?
Yeah. And I just tag them in it each time so they see it, and then they'll tag me back, and then we're friends.
Yeah, I call it the great mystery. I have not figured it out for all of my millions of hours spent on tutorials on Instagram.
Well, and you know, not every social media site is for everyone. You know, it doesn't have to be. That's the cool thing, that there's so many different ones.
Oh yeah, I get that. But at this point now, it's become a mission because I can't seem to get it down. So now it's like I'm going to do it because I can't figure it out.
You know what someone said? Oh, it was Jeff from corporate. He said that he has a coach that submits every single one of her before and afters to all those, like, there's different sites. You could even do like the home workouts for you. Like, she just submits everything she can to get sponsored by these like really huge accounts. And she's gotten just thousands and thousands of followers from doing that.
Yeah, I studied, like some of the top people, like Brittany Powers and a few other people who have like mega Instagram, and a lot of them do a lot of workout videos, which we all know how I feel about that, and then a lot of before and after pictures, and I mean a lot, to the point where I'm like, I've seen this 10 times, and maybe because
they don't post it on their page, they submit it to huge accounts, and then those people feature them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about people that I've seen that are very successful on Instagram. That's what they're doing. You know, I feel like at this point, it's definitely a little bit easier, but I still have a hard time trying to figure out, like, starting up a conversation. It's like easier for me to just message them, but I haven't had very much success with the messages on Instagram. So
yeah, it just takes a while.
Yeah, but I have had, I mean, since I started this Instagram, I will tell you, I've had a lot more interaction with a lot more people, a lot more.
I know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to get on there and see like 20 new comments.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's been awesome. I've actually been really focusing on that, and it's been pretty cool. So it's definitely a service to check into for what, I mean, for $10 per month, it's definitely worth the investment.
Yeah.
So
anyway, sorry to go off on an Instagram tangent there, guys. How are you all doing? Questions, comments, concerns, proud moments, highs of your week, lows of your week.
I'll say something.
Yay!
I have to say I've had some really, really big highs and some really big lows within a week span. My lowest was I'm really struggling with finding my balance again. Working out, finding time to get on the computer, time with my kids, now being at work. I'm just really having such a hard time with it. And it took a really huge toll on me this past weekend, actually Saturday morning. And I was just not myself. We weren't feeling, it was rough. I went to work crying because I was like, I'm like struggling here. And then my super high was obviously Saturday morning or Saturday night when I had the awesome opportunity to do some really big things with my hair and my hair business, because I just feel like that's what God's calling me to do, and has put it back in my lap again. And so, I just feel like God has given me a lot of gifts and I need to start using them more. And that is through Beachbodies, and that is through doing hair and helping people and making them feel beautiful inside and out, and guiding them through their health and fitness and everything like that. So those are my highs and my lows.
So awesome. Like, I saw that post. I can't even believe that. I would have been so starstruck. I think I would have been shaking like doing her hair.
I was, I've met most of them, so I wasn't like super starstruck. I just was thrown off when they're like, okay, here's your microphone. We're miking you. And I'm like, what? And how long am I going to be here? And what are you talking about? I'm going to be mic'd.
That's so cool.
It was neat. It was a really neat experience. It was a really great exposure. My Instagram page is going off right now with tons of likes.
Good.
Because Tamara tagged me and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so did Sarah. So I have like tons of followers now and tons of like activity going on in there.
That's so cool.
Which is really cool.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. That's definitely a high. Like you just started back, so I think the balancing is going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I know it is. It's just like, and it's the season. It's my season. I understand.
It's your season. It's your season. And yeah, you'll totally find a new time frame that works for you. But I would definitely start with like like your workout in your Shakeology and your personal development.
Well, it's hard trying to find those times right now. That's where I'm having this problem. Like, I do my personal development. That is not actually a big deal. I do it when I'm in the car, and so I'm like able to get that time, and I actually like pay attention and I listen. Like, so today I was in the car for like 3 hours, and I got so much in. I started reading the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, which is really good.
Yeah.
Like amazing, like mind blowing. I'm like loving it.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. It's just getting my workout in. And shakes aren't ever a problem because I need them.
Yeah. What about just like a 15-minute HIIT workout, like the Turbo Fire? Do you have that one?
I haven't done any of the turbo fires because I tried one and I like couldn't keep up.
The hits that she like goes through it slowly and then you do it. I'll lend you the 15 and the 20.
Well, they have it on. They have it on
what's it called? On demand too.
Yeah, because I started doing the old 21 day fix on the on demand. So
yeah, like even if you just turned on your music and did jumping jacks and push-ups for 10 minutes, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like it's just anything I feel like to get yourself back in the rhythm.
I know.
Of working out and just that feeling of, oh, I do have so much more energy when I work out, and then you just kind of like it's like brushing your teeth, you know?
Well, yeah, like yesterday when I worked out, I was like in a better mood. I'm like, honey, don't you see that I'm in such a better mood? I'm like, I got my workout in. I feel great. I'm not tired. You know, I feel more energized, and I know I need to do it. I've been having a hard time waking up at 5. My alarm goes off at 5 every morning.
Maybe you can just like as soon as Jack gets home, hand him the baby and go downstairs and do a 20-minute workout. And that's like what you do first thing when he gets home. Like maybe morning's not going to be your time for a little while. You know what I mean? He goes, why don't you just do your workout right when you put the kids down? I'm like, that's when I sit down to work. And he's like, just don't open your computer until your workout's done. He's like, it's 30 minutes. Like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, I know he's right. It's just so hard to work out at night. But at the same time, if that's, you know, I have to do that some days because I just don't get it in. And
yeah. And
go ahead. Sorry.
I've been doing like before I started working, that's what I was kind of doing. Like I wasn't getting it in the morning, or I was going for the walk. You know, I'll take the dog for a walk, and then like I can't get the 30-minute workout. So I would do it at nighttime, and it's helped a lot.
And just think of like the days that you work, those are your days off, you know, like your rest days. Even if you have to take 3 rest days a week, that still gives you 4 workouts. That's good.
Yeah,
you know?
I was just going to say that. Set a lower standard too. Like you do have a full-time job and kids and a baby, and, you know, like what's your goal for the week? Is it 3? Like what can you do? 3 workouts? And just try to do it. And then you're like, hey, that went pretty well. Next week I'm going to do 4.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the queen of that. It's like if I don't get 5 or 6 workouts in, then forget it. It's like not worth it. But then at the same time, if you think about it, when I was training for a half marathon, like I think maybe it was right after I did my first one, I just remember thinking, you know what? If I don't get 6 miles in today, that's okay. If I get 10 minutes in, that's better than nothing. And I would literally sprint for 10 minutes if that's all I got, and like make it the best workout I could possibly fit in those 10 minutes before I had to like get in the shower and go to work or whatever. Like if, you know, depending on babysitters and stuff. And it's hard for moms to squeeze workouts in. It's so hard. Like where it's like right when you think everything's perfect and everybody's set, then all of a sudden, you know, something goes completely haywire and you're like, and it happens all the time.
Well, and especially when you have babies.
Yeah.
To me, I can say, well, let's wake up earlier because I don't have anyone waking me up at night. But if you're up all night long, it's like, well, no, I'm not going to wake up. Like, that's 20 minutes. I can sleep. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, like, you can't really tell babies when to wake up in the middle of the night either. Or in the morning even. I mean, I guess I could, like, leave him in there and, you know, till 7 o'clock and let him cry. But at the same time, then, like, Sydney's like, Mom, the baby is crying. I'm like, really? Like, I can't hear him, you know? But, you know, it's like you can't necessarily – I feel like half the time I have woken up to work out early, he gets up. And I'm like, no. And I can't, like, throw him at Matt because he got home at midnight and, you know, went to bed at 1. And so I get this. It's like one of those things that try and get it in 3 days a week. Like, just do what you know, like she said, if you just do jumping jacks for 5 minutes, it's better than nothing. And you'll get your groove back. And I kind of had to like really be forgiving to myself because that's the thing that gets me going. And I was like, you know what? I just can't fit it in every day. And so finally, as soon as I like let myself be okay with that, then all of a sudden I started finding a little bit more time here and there.
Yeah.
So but you're right. It is your season and you'll get the hang of it and you'll figure it all out and you'll get a schedule at the new salon and
the babies grow.
they do.
I wanted to say something really quick before, and you guys, we're just kind of chatting at this point, so if you need to hop off, totally go ahead. But I wanted to say, for Summit, Leah is not going, so she doesn't need her hotel rooms. So she has 5 right now. So if we need them, let's just get together in the group page and figure out what rooms we need and what rooms we don't need. And I guess there's some that are opening up that are actually even closer to the convention center. So if we want to just cancel all the ones we currently have and get ones that are closer, let's come up with like a firm plan of who's going, who's staying where. I think some of you guys already have that.
Emily, is your hotel with Leah?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where I have 1 room.
Yes. So should we look for something closer or should we just stay? I think she said it was 2
something a night.
Yeah, $296, I think.
296, 2 something. It's a lot closer to
300.
Yeah. Trisha, isn't our place like really close?
I have no idea.
$269.
All I know is my room is free, and I don't care how far it is. So
Right.
So that's where you're staying. If I did free room, that's what I would do too.
Exactly.
So he has 5 rooms.
So, I mean, it's definitely close.
What?
It's not super far. I know they have a shuttle, so
Yeah.
it's on the list of original hotels that they gave us originally. It's the Sheraton. Is that where it is?
Yeah, the Sheridan.
The Sheraton.
So this one's the Hilton Garden.
Yeah, if you guys have points anywhere, use them. Might as well. Like Lauren got a free plane ticket, pretty much. It was like what, $30?
$11.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So use it where you can.
Yeah.
I definitely need a roommate, so.
Okay. And then Kirsty's saying
That won't be an
with us
issue.
too.
You can, I mean, if worst comes to worst, you can stay with us.
Like I'm fine sleeping on the floor. I don't care. I just can't spend all that by myself.
Yeah. No, you won't.
I'm sure I can because I'm building an empire, baby.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're going to be flying there in a private jet by your celebrity friend.
Hammer's gonna have me with her.
They're like, I have a house in Nashville. What are you talking about? We're staying at Lauren's mansion.
Right, seriously.
Yep.
How's everyone else doing? How's your week going?
Good. I had a good week. Everybody that was supposed to order last month just ordered this month.
I know. Yeah, that's right. You're at Success Club. Are you at 10?
I'm at 8 right now.
Crazy. That's crazy.
So,
Lauren's at 4. Woohoo!
oh, yay, Lauren.
I'm at 0.
I was at 3 the last day of April.
I know.
So, you never know.
We'll get there.
And I still made it last month. Remember that whole shenanigans? I still ended up at 7. It's just weird. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording. I have to go put my kids down. I'm at my mom's house right now.